welcome to my channel and welcome back if you have watched my videos before. My name is Claudia and I'm so happy you're here watching this video. For today's video, as you guys can tell by the title, I'm going to be showing you 22 books that I want to read in 2022. These are books that are like quite high on like my TBR. I'm so excited about all these books. I really hope I can read them all. There's a few that I don't have physical copies of yet because I'm yet to go into like the bookstore and get them or order them in, but I will obviously still talk to you about them and I'll insert a photo of the cover on the screen. But if you enjoyed this video, please let me know by giving it a thumbs up, and if you want to see more of me or more of my videos, please do subscribe. It would mean a lot. And if you want more content from me, all of my socials will be linked down below. My Instagram, Bookstagram, TikTok, all that kind of stuff will be down below. But without further ado, let's get straight into these books. So I just got my reading bullet journal here because I've got my spread for my top 22 books to read in 2022. So I've just got that there to make sure that I don't forget any. So first, let's start off with These Violent Delights by Chloe Gong. I actually finished this the other night. I stayed up to read it. I finished at 3 AM and it was all worth it because let me tell you, I couldn't put this down. I just needed to know what was going to happen next. Oh wow. Wow. This was fantastic. I talk more in depth about this book in a reading vlog which will be coming out soon, which talks about like my first 5-star read for the year. That's right, I gave it 5 stars. And then I also do some journaling and some other things in that vlog, so that'll be coming out shortly, probably after this video actually, but I talk more about this book there. But yeah, I absolutely loved this. I've now read one of the top 22 books that I want to read in 2022. So yeah, thoroughly enjoyed this. It's historical fiction, it's fantasy, it's also like a Romeo and Juliet retelling. Thoroughly entertaining. Also some stunning enemies to lovers scenes in this book. Cannot wait to read the sequel. Next book is The Seven Husbands of Evelyn Hugo by Taylor Jenkins Reid. I'm actually reading this at the moment. I'm doing this as a buddy read with a friend. These Violent Delights was also a buddy read with a friend. But I'm loving this. Thoroughly enjoying it. I'm up to chapter 32, page 204. But yeah, I'm thoroughly enjoying this. My mum and I actually had a reading party last night and we were both reading our like own books and we stayed up till like, I think it was like 2:30, 2:40 in the morning just reading. But it was so fun. I loved it. It was so fun. And yeah, we both made a lot of progress on our books. I'm thoroughly enjoying this. I'm hoping to read more tonight, potentially finish it because I'm just over halfway now, but really enjoying this. I love the concept. Yeah, I don't want to give like too much away, too many spoilers away, but stunning. Now the next book I'm going to show you I actually spoke about in my last book haul of 2021 video, which I'll link below if you guys want to watch, or it will be like up here in one of these cards if I can figure that out. But it's this, The Hating Game by Sally Thorne. It's enemies to lovers, it's romance. Like honestly, what more could I ask for? Like enemies to lovers is one of my favorite tropes. Stunning. So really excited to read this book. I actually watched the movie the other night, which I really enjoyed. It was so fun. I actually am really in the mood to rewatch it. I just really enjoyed it. It was so good. So I can't wait to read this. My friend actually read this and she said it was absolutely stunning. She gave it 5 stars. So I'm ready to give it a read. So I will obviously update you guys when I read it. Okay, the next book I actually don't have a physical copy of yet, but I'll be getting as soon as possible. And obviously I'll update you guys when I read it. It's Bunny by Mona Awad. I'm so excited to read this. It is horror, like dark comedy. So excited. Two of my favorite booktubers, Caitlin and Chloe, they absolutely adore this book and they just like rave about it, and they just really inspired me to read it. Like whenever they talk about it in their vlogs, I'm just like, you know what, I have to read it. It's very high up on the TBR, so it has to be one of my top 22 to read this year. Next book is The Night Circus by Erin Morgenstern. Really excited to read this. It is a fantasy. I believe there's magic in it as well. I think it's like sort of set around a circus. I also believe it's a romance between like the two main characters. So very excited to give this a read. I've also heard amazing things about it. So there we go. Next book. Oh wow. Stunning. That's right. Beautiful World, Where Are You by Sally Rooney. Stunning. I got the hardcover. Look at this. Oh, like beautiful. This also includes an exclusive short story. I'm going to show you under the dust jacket. This beautiful blue, like, sorry, stunning. And look at these like illustrations. Like, how cute. So excited to read this. Absolutely love Sally Rooney. She is one of my favorite authors. This, I believe, follows 4 characters and their relationships, and I'm really excited. I believe it does involve romance, so very excited to read this. I absolutely adore normal people. It's stunning. Oh wow, yeah, that book I felt on like a whole new level. An amazing book, amazing TV show. I could actually go for a rewatch, to be completely honest with you. Yeah, might do that soon. But I'm so excited to read this. Also, in my top 22 books to read in 2022 is Conversations with Friends by Sally Rooney, which I don't have a physical copy of. I swore I did, but I don't. But that is also on my TBR. But yeah, I'm really excited to read Conversations with Friends as well. I don't know too much about Conversations with Friends, but regardless, I'm really excited to read it. So love Miss Sally Rooney, love Miss Sally Rooney's books. Cannot wait to read them. So that's that. Okay, the next 3 books that I'm going to mention I don't have physical copies of, but like I said earlier, I'll insert a photo so you guys know what it looks like. First one is You Had Me at Hola by You Had Me at Hola. Let's go with that. By Alexis, Daria. I'm really excited to read this. I believe it's a romance. I don't know too much about it. Once again, I saw a girl on like BookTok talking about it, and she absolutely raves about it. She adores this book, so I was like, I have to add it to the TBR, and I'm going to make this year the year that I finally read it. I will put her username or like her TikTok in the description box below. I cannot remember her username right now off the top of my head, but I'm very excited to read that book. Next one is It Happened One Summer by Tessa Bailey. I'm sure you guys have heard of this. Her books gained a lot of popularity like last year, especially this one, and I've heard great reviews about it. It is, I believe, an enemies to lovers. It is romance, which is stunning. And yeah, I think the girl goes, I think it's a bit of a grumpy like sunshine trope as well. I think he's the grump, and the girl who like goes to his town, I think she's like sort of like very like manicured and like glamorous, and she's going to this kind of like small town, and yeah, and then their like relationship like flourishes and blossoms, I think. So yeah, very excited to read that. But the next book is In Deeper Waters by, I think it's FT Lukens. I just checked my bullet journal, but very excited to read this. It's been on my TBR for literally so long. It is a romance. I believe it is a queer romance, and I think it centers around like sort of a pirate or someone like on a ship, and then he comes across this other boy. I don't know if he's like lost at sea or something. I don't remember the exact premise of the book because literally it's been on my TBR for so long, but I'm very excited. It's a romance. It looks really cute, and I love the cover. I actually love the cover of all these books, to be completely honest with you. Next book, Pages & Co by Anna James. This is a middle grade, and I absolutely adore this series. It is one of my favorite book series ever. You can really escape in this series. Like, whenever I read it, I always feel like I'm transported into this story. Like, absolutely stunning. This is the 4th book in the series, and it's just stunning. Like, her covers are always amazing for these books, and underneath the dust jacket is equally stunning. Like, look at that, like the attention to detail. But I'm so excited to read this. I absolutely adore this story. But basically, if you don't know, the Pages & Co series follows this girl Tilly, and her family owns a bookstore, and she's able to like travel into books, and she can actually see the characters, meet the characters and talk to them, and it's just so magical. I'm so excited to see what happens in this book, and it's just so fun to travel to like those worlds and those books that she goes to. So thoroughly excited for this book here. Next book that I'm going to quickly touch on, which I don't have a physical copy of, is The Invisible Life of Addie Larue by V. Schwab. This very popular, gained a lot of popularity last year, so really want to read it. Very excited about it. Don't know too much about it, if I'm honest, but I think it's fantasy. I think it's a bit magical vibes, but yeah, very excited to read it. But yeah, definitely want to get into V. Schwab's books. Very excited. It has rave reviews, so yeah, really looking forward to reading that one. Next is You and Me on Vacation by Emily Henry, also known as People We Meet on Vacation. This is the edition that we have in Australia because we follow the UK editions of books. So yeah, it's really cute. I do like this cover. I'm really excited to read this. I have heard a lot of good things about it. It's a romance, so that's stunning. Next book is For the Wolf by Hannah Whitten. This is a fantasy. I also believe it's like a bit of a Red Riding Hood retelling. Very excited to read this. I'm actually doing this as a buddy read with my friend Demetrius, and I mentioned this in my last book haul of 2021, and now I actually have the physical copy of it. So when I spoke about it then I didn't have it yet, but very excited to give this a read. Also love the cover, and like there's this sword going through like the O, bit of a vibe, and there's like a castle in the bottom of her cave. Stunning. So yeah, I'm very excited to read this, and Demetrius and I are both going to be vlogging our buddy read, so that's going to be really exciting. So I'll have his channel link below. Next book, I'm so excited. Kingdom of the Cursed by Kerry Maniscalco. Let me tell you, I adored Kingdom of the Wicked. It's one of my favorite books ever, one of my favorite books of 2021, because I read it last year. Stunning. I just felt like such a connection to the book. Being Italian myself, I have like the same necklace as the girls, Emilia and Vittoria. Like I felt such a connection to the book. There's also a character in the book with my name, so Claudia, which is very exciting, and there's also a character in the book with my mum's name, Maria. So it's just very exciting. I absolutely adore that book. I cannot wait to read more about Emilia and Wrath, and yeah, I just can't wait to see how their relationship like blossoms. What happens is enemies to lovers. This book here is actually more like new adult, so it's a little more spicier, we'll say. I'm very excited to see what happens because obviously Emilia has travelled to the 7 circles with Wrath, so very excited to see what happens. Apparently it ends on a cliffhanger, but the 3rd book, Kingdom of the Feared, is coming out this year. Wow, so excited. She's doing a cover reveal quite soon actually, so check her Instagram out because that's where like all the information is. But I can't wait to read this. I actually got the Barnes & Noble edition because I just love this series so much. I was like, I need it. This edition actually has a section in Wrath's POV, so Wrath's POV from like Kingdom of the Wicked, and I'm so excited to read things from his perspective. Like wow, and I'm just so excited, so yeah, I can't wait to read this. It's very high on the TBR. So yeah, stunning. It's got like the map inside. Oh yes, wow. And this is what it looks like under the dust jacket with the pale blue and the silver. Next book is Cersei by Madeline Miller. I absolutely adored The Song of Achilles, but you guys know this because I spoke about it quite a bit in my last book haul of 2021 because I showed the special like 10th anniversary edition, that beautiful blue edition. And yeah, I thought I'd give Cersei a go. I'm really excited to read it. Obviously I don't have a physical copy, but I'm really excited to read it. I want to definitely read more sort of like Greek mythology based books, like books set more in Grecian times. So yeah, if you have any like Greek mythology book suggestions, please let me know in the comments. But yeah, very excited to read Cersei. I don't know too much about it, but looking forward to reading that one. Next we have The Little Prince by Antoine de Saint-Exupéry. Look, I study French, so I'm hoping I said that right. But really excited to read this. I've actually never read it, and I really want to watch the animated adaptation that I think is on Netflix. So I really want to watch that and read this, so very excited. This is the English edition, but I do have the French copy as well, so I'm probably going to read the French one too. But yeah, very excited. Then I have Last Chance Books, which is an enemies to lovers. I'm very excited to read this. Love the cover. Yeah, it's like a bookshop rivalry. So excited. And it is by Kelsey Rodkey. My battery is flashing, so I'm trying to get through this real quick. Then I have Cries Moon by Katherine Purdy. Love this cover, absolutely stunning, but very excited to read this. It's a fantasy. Don't know too much about it, but it's been on my TBR forever. And then I have 3 poetry books because I really want to read more poetry this year. I have Milk and Honey by Rupi Kaur. I probably said that wrong, I'm really sorry. I have This Modern Love by Will Derbyshire, and then I have Flux by Orion Carlotta. So I'm very excited to read those 3 collections of poetry. Sorry I had to make that ending so quick. I really hope you enjoyed this video. Let me know in the comments what some of your like top books are that you want to read this year. All of my socials, all of these books will be in the description box below. I hope you're all well and taking care of yourselves, and I shall see you on my next video. Bye guys.